Want to become an elite level athlete? Well, look no further. The Reclaim Your Throne Elite D1 training course is all you need to take your performance from subpar to the creme de la creme of athletes all around the world. The purpose of this course is to give you a comprehensive weight training, speed, flexibility, recovery, and endurance program that is meant to prepare young athletes for collegiate and professional sports. This course is packed with over 2 hours of creative, action-packed lifts narrated and coached by yours truly to assure increased strength, speed, flexibility, recovery, and endurance. Hey, I get it. Training alone can be tough and can even make you feel misguided or somewhat unmotivated. But with this course, I walk you step by step through each and every lift to make sure you're using the proper form to prevent injuries and that you're hitting the correct muscle groups to render maximum results. So what are you waiting for? It's now or never. So go ahead and get the training course today so you too can reclaim your throne.
So nowadays, for you to get in a relationship, you have to be a tall, dark-skinned man with dreads. You can't be no shorter than 6 foot. That's all these females love is just tall men.
Right here.
Men preferring Thug Maxed Alpha Simpson, the community. Let me show you this video right here. We are about to break down the thoughts of a black male incel, okay? A black male incel. And he obviously is an incel for most likely because he's slightly on the autistic spectrum, and he is a he's a low tier Malcolm, okay? He's a medium ugly. I can't really say that he's lucrative because he might be special needs. Communicative, operational, likable man. He's probably not even a Malcolm, respectfully, but he has the potential to be a Malcolm if he commits himself to some type of blue collar work that he can, repeatedly do and maybe become OCD about that specific profession. Now, let's listen up to his gripes and complaints about dating in the community.
So nowadays, for you to get in a relationship, you have to be a tall, dark-skinned man with dreads. You can't be no shorter than 6 foot.
Woo!
That's all these females love is just tall men.
Run it back.
So nowadays, for you to get in a relationship, you have to be a tall, dark-skinned man with dreads. You can't be no shorter than 6 foot. That's all these females love is just tall men.
Wow. So that was actually pretty sad to watch because as a short king, you don't want to come out and say anything like this. You don't want to pit yourself against tall men when it comes to attractiveness and females. You want to keep those thoughts to yourself and work on yourself, man. There are some issues that this brother has that he has not necessarily worked on. Like it appears that he might have some skin issues. Also he just kind of looks rough around the edges. He's got very dark marks on his neck, which even though women say that, they're not superficial, they see these things and they are attracted to even skin. Okay. They're attracted to guys with hairlines, and his hairline isn't pushed back that bad, but he definitely has a 5 or a 6 head. So, if he does get a lineup, it'll look like he has a really wide hairline, which he does. And so that could be considered unattractive to a lot of black women in the community. As well, he's very short. He's probably like 5'4", honestly. So that is working against him. But even short men in the community can still eat. That is true. You can still eat in the community if you're short, but if you get swole. See, the thing about black women is that they are willing to overlook these certain things about you if you have a nice body, or if you have something that can, obviously it's not going to be his face. So he's going to have to get in shape. And if you have a nice body, you will be able to attract women that are your height or shorter, or maybe even, if you want to go that route, look for a fat chick who's taller than you. Fat girls, they definitely date down. I don't care what they say. Yeah, they may smash attractive men, because a lot of men will smash anything for sure. But fat women date down. When they get in a relationship, a lot of fat women are with guys who are very short, if not, 3 to 4 inches shorter than them. Guys who are not in shape, guys who are very skinny. Fat women like skinny guys. So they will settle for a small, like a short, skinny guy to be loved. Okay. Because at the end of the day, a woman just wants love. So, let's get into some of these comments. Black women are straight flaming him. You have some brothers in here who are trying to give him encouragement, though. Bro, you can do all things through God and belief. You got more comments on this than I've ever had in one post in my life. So change your message and reach thousands of people. Godspeed, bro. You got this. So here's the thing. Yes, he has a lot of comments, but he only has 13 likes. The reason why he has a lot of comments is because black women are in the comments section and they're on his ass. Okay, they're flaming him because he had the unmitigated gall to speak out and say, hey, black women don't like short men. And we know he's talking about black women, but he's talking about women in general, and he's saying they don't like short men. I just don't agree. The 6 foot stuff, it sounds good, but most of the time when you go out and you walk around and you see, there are really hot women with guys that are their height or, slightly taller. This woman says, Solo De La Ghetto says, damn, you sound like an incel. I pray for any woman who comes across you. You're too angry. So he didn't really seem that angry. He seemed frustrated. He is an incel, though. He definitely is an incel. Someone says, sir, for one, you look like a man who can't handle rejection. And because of this, I can tell you were raised fatherless. Now, hear me out. Women like men. You look like a grown man child with a bird chest and insufficient hairline. I told you guys, I am good. I'm good, y'all. Do I know black women or do I not? Bro, I told you the hairline. She said an insufficient hairline. And see, they would say my hairline is insufficient too. The thing about my hairline, though, is that it's not pushed back. If I get a hairline, like if I get a haircut, it'll be like straight and all that stuff. But with dreads, you really don't need a hairline. I mean, it looks good. Yes, it does. It looks better for sure. But I mean, if I wear my hair down, a lot of women can't even tell. Black women can tell for sure. But any other race of woman, they can't really tell if you have a shape up or not. That's what I've noticed from dating IR. But I told you, black women really care about hairline. Let's see. It's not that we have a specific type. It's that we're just not into you. So we all know that that's not true. Okay. Black women definitely have a specific type, and that's fine. A lot of them will say, yes, I had that type when I was young, but I grew out of it, which is also fine. As long as you learn later. But at the end of the day, you have to be willing to settle for a man who's going to take you after you done been through Pookie and Ray Ray. Because I'm going to tell you right now, recovering a woman from the trauma of Pookie and Ray Ray is way more difficult than, helping them recover from Beta Brad or something like that. They just got heartbreak and they left him because he was boring. She says, also, may I add that you should get out that car, get out that heat, and go to see a dermatologist. Yep, I told you about the skin. I told you about his skin. Black women love a man with even skin. Even though, and I'm going to say this with all due respect, and I'm going to take a sip before I say this. Even though, and this is not something that I say in animosity, this is just in general, a lot of y'all have scars. Okay, a lot of sisters grew up rough. A lot of y'all have scars. A lot of y'all have darker marks, between your butt cracks and around your genitalia, and even on your chest. A lot of y'all y'all are breaking out on top of your chest, and most of that is because of diet. But once the scars are there and you pick at them, it looks really bad. Now, this is not everybody, but I'm saying they really care about a man's skin. They really care about a man's appearance. And as you guys can see, pretty much my skin tone is even keel all the way around. You don't see any like super dark blemishes or whatnot. Pretty even. But like I said, they really care about skin, even though they have skin flaws as well. Now, I'm not saying all of them have skin flaws, but even the ones with skin flaws, like I used to know this girl, she was dark skinned with eczema, and I don't know how the fuck that happened. Oh, I didn't mean to curse, but I didn't know how that happened. How are you dark skinned with eczema? But anyways, she was dark skinned with eczema, and her skin was super flaky, and like when you touched it, it felt like the scale of a fish. And she had super high standards. Like she wanted hot guys like myself, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, no, you know what I'm saying? I feel like you would cut my genitalia if I started to stroke it. But so she said something about the dermatologist, which I told you guys before. Funny looking, insecure, mad at the world, incel, looking for love he'll never get. Oof. So she killed him right there. Somebody says, but what's this older sister, and they're supposed to be nurturing and nice and all this other stuff. So you can see her picture right there. This is what they're calling nurturing. But what's wrong with a tall man, though? I'm confused as to why you have a problem with our preference. So if a black man said, hey, I got a preference in a woman who's another race, then it will be an issue. But if a brother says, hey, why do y'all only date tall men? Then they find it insulting. All right. It definitely couldn't be your piss poor attitude, nasty comments, or shirtless cry rants in a random car about how nobody wants to F you. Nope, definitely just your height and haircut. Okay. I see a few people reached out with some constructive criticism and some were a bit negative. Regardless, you're coming back with sharp words. Anger is one of the least attractive things to women. You might feel things, but hold it inside, put a smile on your face, and learn to make a woman laugh while taking care of your appearance, hygiene, mental health, etc. Before you know it, females will take notice. I'm not suggesting you be a simp or a pushover, but self-control goes a long way to be your oh, sorry. I lost my place. Self-control goes a long way to your manliness, which can also be attractive to some women. Back and forth with women about their looks, etc. is a turnoff to the other females watching. Just keep it moving. Don't give negativity back. P.S. I saw another post you commented on. If you're trying to attract large women who are tall and robust, know that they are often attracted to men who are of a taller stature than themselves. Don't make it personal. Good luck. Yeah, that's facts. If you want to date a tall woman, most of the time you do have to be tall. That's just the reality. Women like men that are nice, respectful, and treat them right. You don't have to be tall, conventionally attractive, or rich. A great personality goes a long way. Yeah, I mean that's like for the older women. Younger women, he's in my age group, so I understand what he's saying. But for one, you know, you're just not attractive enough, bro. And that's it. So you probably need to go after uglier girls. Somebody said, baby, you don't got to worry about that because ain't no woman thirsty over you. Stick to playing video games. So I'm telling you right now, black women are on his behind. I literally haven't seen one white woman or any woman of another race coming at him. It's just the sisters. No, you don't. So they are the ones who put these 200 some odd comments on his. No, you don't. We just don't want to date you. How do incels like you expect to get females if this is how you treat them, Brody? But you need to chill talking to black women like that, though. If you're trying to get females, that's the last thing you want to do. That's one of the first questions they ask. Facts. Yeah, they do. That's one of the first questions. This is a white guy. How tall are you? That is one of the first questions they ask. It's always the ones that look like this. So they're on his behind, guys. And they're not letting up. So this is what it's come down to. These are the incel men who, you know, are out here in the black community, and they are struggling. They're struggling. And what I would say to the incel guys, you know, I don't want to be that guy, but go to Vegas, get laid, go ahead, pay for it, man. Get it out of the way, bro. Get it out of the way, clear your head, and then learn how to take steps forward to improve your attractiveness. Because for one, I could tell you a lot of things. Your teeth, bro, your teeth, your hairline, of course, obviously they're going to be upset with your hairline, which I don't find a huge issue with the hairline. It's your teeth, it's your skincare routine. And you got a lot of grime on your face. You need to trim up the beard. Maybe even cut the the jaw straps off because your beard's not connecting. So you don't want to present a beard if your beard's not connecting. So there are a lot of things that he can improve on, but you already know what it is, man. It's your boy Reclaim Your Throne. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, share your relationship, question to the email down below with a screenshot of your CashApp so I know you pay all the time, man. Y'all need to be here on motherfucking team with the BS. You already know. Reclaim Your Throne.
Want to become an elite level athlete? Well, look no further. The Reclaim Your Throne Elite D1 training course is all you need to take your performance from subpar to the creme de la creme of athletes all around the world. The purpose of this course is to give you a comprehensive weight training, speed, flexibility, recovery, and endurance program that is meant to prepare young athletes creative, action-packed lifts narrated and coached by yours truly to assure increased strength, speed, flexibility, recovery, and endurance. Hey, I get it. Training alone can be tough and can even make you feel misguided or somewhat unmotivated. But with this course, I walk you step by step through each and every lift to make sure you're using the proper form to prevent injuries and that you're hitting the correct muscle groups to render maximum results. So what are you waiting for? It's now or never. So go ahead and get the training course today so you too can reclaim your.
Yes, sir. We back in the building. It's your boy Reclaim Your Throne. Make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, and subscribe. Guys, I took a little break, 8-10 days, something like that. Man, but I'm back. I just wanted to go live to show my appreciation to you guys. I just had to kind of like back off for a little bit because, you know, this YouTube grind, it's tough. It's difficult. There's things that, you know, you have to work on and whatnot. And man, I mean, there's things you have to work against. That's all I'm saying. But anyways, oh man, we have a story for you guys today, man. We are going to discuss what your girls' favorite celebrities are actually doing when they go to these yacht parties. We've got a whole bunch for you guys today. Actually going to start by catching up with some older stories that I got in the tuck. Just things that I haven't been able to get to in a long time. I'm going to keep it raw. I'm going to keep it, you know, obnoxious. I'm going to curse. I'm going to talk shit. But what I do want to say, I want to preface this, okay, because the people going to get in the comments, you know, they always get in my shorts comments. Oh, you're so mad. Da, da, da. Okay, obviously, we just like having fun. This is for comedic purposes. And I don't mean to personally offend these hoes that I'm talking about. You know, we're just having fun with it. So this is an older video, about 4 months old, and it's a video of women apologizing to men for pretty much feminism. So these are the women stepping up. Obviously, it's about too little, too late. These women are in their 30s, late 30s, 40s, 50s, damn near 60s. And now they've just come to the point of apologizing, which when you look at all of their faces, a lot of them don't really look apologetic. Some of them look like, what the fuck is this bitch talking about? Like, so anyways, let's get into it.
If you're new here, my name is Sarah Dawn, and I'm just
all right. So first of all, we are going to rate Sarah Dawn off rip. She's a 5. You know, her nose is pretty big, face is pretty big, but you know, she's got long, beautiful hair, even skin tone. I mean, you could tell she was straight back in the day, but you know, I give her a 5.
doing my part to put an end to the gender wars. I provide educational information about men and women to help bridge the gap, sprinkled with a little humor and a dose of sarcasm. So today I want to share a clip with you from a very impactful discussion I had with 9 amazing ladies who all subscribe to my channel. I held a couple of different panel discussions, one with men and one with women,
Okay.
which will be included in my course that will be launching the middle of February.
So, I mean, y'all hear it. She's already trying to sell you a course. I mean, are we really going to cop courses about dating from women as men? I mean, I understand if she's trying to sell it to women, but guys, come on, man. What y'all need to be doing is focusing on that damn Reclaim Your Throne Elite D1 training course. What your ass need to be focused on rather than, you know, whatever she's trying to peddle.
You can sign up with the link in the description. So I'm in the process of moving into a larger place, and we'll have a new studio where I'll be doing regular panel sessions. I'll be inviting men and women to have discussions with one another on my YouTube lives, and I will be the moderator. My goal is for each side to be able to have a robust discussion with one another and for everyone to watch. My family is scared for me, but I love a challenge, so I guess we'll see how it goes. If you want to volunteer to be a part of this, write me at sarahdawnmoore.com.
All right,
and in the subject line,
She doing too
particular
much.
panel covered a
Come on,
whole
bitch.
authentic
Let's get to the.
dad.
All right, here we go.
enjoy.
As well. I think, and this was like kind of like a
All right, Lord have mercy. All right, so here we go. We're gonna go down the line, panel to panel. So obviously we rated Shorty on the Zoom camera. She's looking way less than a 5, damn near 3 or 4. But that's okay. I mean, she, you know, niggas will still fuck. The one to the right, I mean, she got a lot of makeup on. I'll still give her a 5. Looks older, probably, you know, late 30s, early 40s. This one right here, I mean, it's pretty much OV. You know, she's an obvious 0. This one right here, she looked kind of like earthy, like she's giving an earthy vibe. I mean, I'll give her a 5. You know, inshallah, the woman with the hijab. I mean, you know, respectfully, she's not cute at all. Respectfully. Now, this one in the bottom left-hand corner, she looks like a transformer. So I'll definitely give her like a 3 or a 4. This one right here,
the biological
give her a chance to open her eyes, and then she
which I wasn't ready.
blinked again. Okay. I mean, 4 or 5. This one right here, I mean, probably lower than that. It looks like she's a little overweight. Obviously, grandma, we're not even going to do that. Then the woman on the end, I mean, 3, 4. So these are not like the most desirable women who are coming to the table and saying, hey, we're sorry. So this is why I do my channel, because when I talk, like we're only talking about bad bitches. Like when we talk about, we don't do this. Okay, all women did it. No, we're only talking about the women that we actually want to fuck with. Okay, like when a group of less desirable women like come on a panel and say, "Oh, we're sorry for how we've treated men," for it's like, bro, we don't. I personally don't give a fuck. Obviously, you're gonna have a lot of simps in the comments. I'm so glad that y'all said this. I'm so glad that y'all are coming out, and it takes so much bravery and strength, and all these goofy niggas patting these hoes on the back when they're coming out, you know, after. I mean, it's pretty much over for damn near all of them on the damn panel. It's probably only 2 or 3 that are redeemable at this point. But it's like, okay, after you done hit the wall, now you're coming out and saying, oh, I fucked up. I should have did this. I should have paid more attention to the men who were good men and all this stuff. And it's too little too late. None of y'all are bad bitches on this panel. So what you're saying right now, it really holds no credence in men, you know, extending retribution for your mistakes.
For myself, but like when they give off like they would be a good dad, like that's such a weird, awkward, like attraction trait that I was never prepared for.
When they give off that they'll be a good dad. So you heard what she said. It's such a weird attraction trait that I was never prepared for. Why was she never prepared for this? Because when she was in her 20s, she didn't give a fuck if a nigga was a good dad. She didn't give a fuck if a nigga looked like he was a good dad. As a matter of fact, the guys who she dated in her 20s who presented as if they could be good fathers, those are the guys that she's scared to, commit to. Those are the guys who give her the ick, because these guys are ready to settle down at 21. And she's like, why are you ready to settle down? Well, I mean, I'm not ready to settle down. I'm trying to live my life and explore myself and learn myself. And y'all know what that means. And that's the mindset that she's in. But when the man is ready, which a lot of these guys, I mean, what y'all don't understand, and I think that this is just one of the biggest lies that are told, that men don't want to settle down and men don't want to commit. Bullshit. These niggas want to commit. The problem is y'all don't want to commit to the guys who want to commit. You want commitment from the guys who are non-committal. Most men definitely want to commit. Why? Because they don't have that access to sex. And what I've told you guys before, sexual access and sexual variety is essential to a man's mental health. So when a guy doesn't have that sexual access, he's willing to commit to the first thing that's saying yes. Okay. And this is what a lot of women don't really understand, is that the guys that they're writing off, putting in the friend zone, all these guys are committal guys. They don't want these guys. They want the non-committal guys.
To find attractive. But I think it means, like, for example, like they're reliable, they're consistent, like they're dependable, like they follow through with what they say. Like that's something that I think is very attractive.
Now, is the Muslim woman still single? Like, as a Muslim woman, you should have been married. It should have been OV. Like, I hope she's married. But as a Muslim woman, you get into your 30s and you're not married, it's like, bitch, you done threw the whole Quran away.
So yeah.
So let's talk about men in the friend zone. I think I see
See, I just hit on it. Let's see what they're saying.
100 different titles and videos and posts and TikToks and Instagram. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this friend zone is just like such a thing that people talk about.
So at a time, I will say it was very unfair to men. I would keep them in the friend zone. Just
wow. Oh my God. And remember that episode when I was on the Overdose podcast, which is now the RP Perspective podcast, I think. Shout out to Don J. Either way. Remember when I was on the podcast, bro? And we were talking to the Muslim dude, and he was like, well, Muslim women, and I was just sitting there. I was trying to, I was trying to, mashallah, I was trying to be on my deen. I wasn't trying to step out of line and disrespect the faith, but I had to let him know, hey, man, you need to stop putting these Muslim women on a pedestal. You have a woman in full hijab saying she put a nigga in the friend zone. A woman in full hijab who submits to the one God, praying 5 times a day, taking showers before he pray, making sure that he's praying toward the right direction. These guys, the devout Muslims, she put him in the friend zone. And y'all keep trying to tell me that Muslim women are different, bro. The only thing that's keeping Muslim women different than all the Western women who are in the streets is Sharia law. And I would just keep it a buck. I would just keep it a buck, because once they get they behind over to the West, that hijab is coming the fuck off. The cultural garb is coming the fuck off. Now, I do see the elderly women, and they're keeping the culture and whatnot. And, inshallah, mashallah, respect to them. Alhamdulillah, right? But let me tell you what. When those young women bring their ass over to the West, don't even got to be the States. Take their anywhere hot. Take their ass to South America. All that Muslim, the garb is coming off. Bro, I'm trying to tell you. And, I'm not trying to disrespect the faith. It's not what I'm doing. But what I am saying is the reason why the Muslim women are, quote unquote, in line is because they don't have the freedom to choose. Because when they come over here, they choose 99% of the time. And don't let them be a bad bitch. Do not let them be a bad bitch. I'm telling you that right now. Do not let them be a bad bitch, because she's taking that damn hijab off. Dead ass. And this is what y'all need to understand. The Muslim woman said that she was putting niggas in the friend zone.
Just to keep my options open, which is hypocritical because I wouldn't want a man to do that to me.
Keep my options open? What options, bitch? You supposed to be in an arranged marriage. You ain't supposed to have no options. It's supposed to be Muhammad or die. You see what I'm saying? The most quote unquote traditional woman has displaced her own tradition. Like, what the fuck is she talking about? Leave my options open. Options? Huh?
But I definitely took advantage of those things in my 20s.
Of course you did.
And it's selfish. And I think when a man...
And she ain't even cute and she got options. Like, she's not even like, and let me tell you what, them Persian, Iraqi, whatever, them women bad, bro. She is not one of the bad ones. She is not one of the bad ones. She's not cute, bro. And she had options. Woo! This is the dating market that we're dealing with today. And it's because of you. It's because you simps. It's because of you guys.
respects himself enough to be like, don't keep me waiting. I'm not going to entertain you when you entertain me. Then you can get out of the friend zone in a very quick way if it's done like tactfully.
Wrong. You can't leave the friend zone, bro.
And it's like, listen, don't string me along. Like, this is what I want. If it's not you, just... And then I'm like, oh, well, I haven't seen you in this light, actually. I kind of saw you as someone who's always going to be there.
I saw you as a bitch who was going to wait for me to fuck through all the guys that I want, all the Ahmeds that I want. And then you'll be on the back end, you know, still praying 5 times a day, still washing up before you pray, still praying to the east. And then I'll just pull up, you know, after I done been ran through. See, eating pork and all that. I guarantee she probably still eat pork. I'm keeping it a buck. She probably still eating pork. She probably still dining on the swine. Because that's how separated they get from the culture just by coming to the West. So y'all keep saying, oh, these Muslim women this, these Muslim women that. Look, man, inshallah, with all due respect, you know, peace be upon the prophet, but my G, I mean, the only thing keeping them in check is Sharia law. And I'm not saying that I agree with that shit. What I'm saying is give them a choice and they're going to choose what their heart desires. My only thing is, I think y'all don't understand what their heart really desires. And that's belonging to the streets.
But maybe the fear of losing you makes me assess like what you mean to me, or just the fact that you're taking on this more direct approach of like, I know you have a bunch of guys, but this is what I want and I'm not competing with anybody. Don't waste my time. Bye. Then I'm like, oh, hold on 1 second. You know, it's happened to me like one time. I'm not saying it happens all the time.
Yeah.
But when someone respects,
it only happens with the guys who are hot enough. The other guys who try and play that move, no, it's not happening, baby. It's not happening.
Themselves enough to speak up and say, I know the game that you're playing and I'm not going to participate. I'm like, wow, okay, I have to respect you because you're commanding respect. So
over time, those amazing friendships, they do want something more. And I don't, and the same thing, I used to be naive and think, you know, they think like I do, like we're just amazing friends, but a lot of times they don't. And that's why we have the idea of they can remain in the friend zone, but I think guys want more and they have to understand that we don't always see it that way. And
damn, and these are really basic bitches, like the most basic. It's like none of them are really it. None of them are having that thrax. Like none of them are bad bitches, bro. Not one bitch on this panel is a bad bitch. And they're over here talking to like, well, I had this guy and that guy, and this guy wanted to be my friend, and he stayed on for 10 years and was my friend, but then wanted to escalate further, and I had already not seen him in that light, so now I got to do this, and now I got to do that. Bro, not one of these shorties are bad bitches. It's crazy.
we want to just keep them as friends.
Yeah, I definitely.
Like if they have strong opinions that I should feel a certain way without getting to know what I think and feel, that's very frustrating to me. I move away from that quickly.
Can you give me give me an example.
when they say some of the comments, I say I shouldn't feel that way, or they're surprised I think that, and or
Huh?
why would you feel that way? And I'm open to a discussion.
What? Fuck. We want a specific example, not this vague ass shit. A lot of these chicks be talking, oh, you need to communicate, and then y'all speak in the vaguest terms. Give us a specific example where this happened. Like you were talking about something, you led into something else, and the man inquired about it. I mean, give us a story. Damn.
With it, but it's more of a you're stupid for thinking this. You should think my way. That drives me nuts. And one guy I went out with, and he's like, I can't believe I'm with the hot girl from the dance. I'm like, okay, no. You're with me. Get to know me. I'm not that. So,
Bruh. Y'all, and I know this was a white guy who said this shit, man. Guys, my white men, y'all have to get some better game or something, or just stop simping, or I don't know, bro. But I damn, man, like it really is. I saw this study today, and it just confirms, bro. You know, respectfully, shout out to all my white guys. I am genuinely trying to help, but white guys are the most blue vitamin. I mean, she and a lot of y'all just giving these hoes ammunition. Like she over here talking about, oh, well, this guy, one time he said that, oh, I can't believe I'm with the hot girl from the dance. Bruh. Some of y'all just be saying the most cringe shit. And it's black guys too, and it's fucking Arab guys too. Man, I got a video on this fucking refugee looking ass nigga. Oh my God, bruh. The thirst is crazy. But let me actually bring this chart up. This is fucking embarrassing. This right here is embarrassing. So this is a study done by prostitutes for prostitutes, and it gives a distribution of the likelihood of a man wanting to kiss by his racial ethnicity or demographic, whatever you want to call it. So as you can see, black guys have a high ratio where they're less likely to enjoy kissing with a prostitute. And this is not with, you know, their main woman. This is with a prostitute. So this data comes from prostitutes who were asked, who's the most likely or least likely to want to kiss you? Black guys, number one on their majority of them are less than average interested in kissing. Okay. Prostitutes. All right. Whores. And then you have a small block, which looks like, I don't know, it could be like 10% of that is much less than average. Then you have Hispanics who they are, they're actually slightly behind Indian guys. And as you can see, if they're the more than average bar is very slow. This chart is a little confusing to read, but you pretty much get the gist. Here's a percentage, zero. The percentage starts at 0 on both ends. And then the chart goes up as far as like the likelihood of them wanting to kiss. And as you can see, white guys are at the top of kissing whores. Like y'all got to stop kissing these whores, man. Because, you know, the data shows that y'all are more likely to kiss prostitutes. I don't know what's going on with you guys. And the most based are Indian men. Okay? It looks like the most based are Indian men. Right? So, and then, you know, the Jews, they're doing well too. How the fuck do the Jews have... Because the Jews know that a whore is a whore. And they know that if they paying for that pussy, they're paying for the pussy, not the lips. Okay? So everybody is white guys, you got to do better, and Hispanics, they're slightly behind white guys who are more likely to want to kiss a whore. Guys, y'all gotta do better, man. Y'all have to do better. My white guys, man, why are y'all kissing these prostitutes in the mouth? What's going on with y'all, man? So I just wanted to show that chart because I thought it was super interesting. But I mean, Jesus. And we're going to get into the main topic, the main event. But I just had to start off with that because sheesh, but let's keep going.
So they kind of build up this perception of who I'm going to be and this expectation that I'm never going to be able to meet instead of just getting to know me.
I think being in alignment with your integrity. So when you say you're going to do something, just do it. Like, don't talk about it, just do it. So I think that's a big hang up for me.
So you hear, I mean, they're basically getting on to men.
Like, I'd rather see you do it than hear about you maybe doing it, not do it. So just do it and be done. But I think the talk it's cheap, and I don't watch men's words anymore. I watch their actions.
So now you got bitches with flower girl, earthy hoes with chokers talking about, I don't listen to what they say, I'm watching their actions. Ma'am, the choker identifies that you have been sucking hella dick. Let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a buck. We know what that choker signifies. And it's just like, bruh, you have, I'm not saying she can't have standards, but god damn, like, bitch, you're rocking a choker. And then you talking about, I don't watch what, or I don't listen to what men say. I watch what men do. Well, we watching what you do too. And that choker is telling me that you sucking a whole lot of dick. Am I wrong?
And I form my judgment based off the actions, not off the words. Words are a dime a dozen.
I just want to, everyone is collectively not.
Yep.
Just to the men that are watching, you know, that is a thing. Things.
I promise you we don't give a fuck. I promise you that.
Something they're not following through. It's they have their perception on that as well, but just know that you know there's a lot of women that have.
Oh yeah, and women do that all the time. Say something and they don't follow through. All the time, like way more than men. Way more than men. I told you there is a 90% flake rate. 90% flake rate. If you make a date with 10 women, 90% of them are going to flake on that date. 90% of them are gonna no call, no show. Guaranteed. Guaranteed, bro. For the average man, obviously, right? There is a 90% flake rate, and a lot of these women are doing the same thing that they saying the men do. Oh, these men, you know, they're not standing on what they say and all this stuff. Bullshit. Bullshit.
Experience that with men. Like there's some things I've done to emasculate men or that have caused, you know, them to feel not good about themselves.
Oh, I could definitely answer this one. So in our marriage, this was something you actually really helped me out with, Sarah. So I have to thank you for this because I spent a lot of time in our marriage feeling very frustrated when my husband came home from work, and he's a carpenter. He works in the construction field. So you know how men are direct with each other. Well, it's like 10 times that in the construction field. So I would get really frustrated when he would come home and he just kind of like shut himself out and needed to just like get away and have some alone time. Like I was like, why don't you want to spend time with me? Why don't you want to like hang out with me while we have time to do that? And
look, man, if you was hotter, I guarantee he would be rushing home. Get in the gym. That's all I'm gonna say.
Now I understand like he needs that time to decompress and he needs to release all the stress from.
Yeah, I mean, he's got to go jerk off to somebody who's actually in shape. See, this is what they just don't get it. If you got your behind in the gym, if you had a fat ass, if you looked better, then I'm telling you, his decompression would be you sitting on his dick after work. But because you don't look good, then it's like you're annoying. There was a study that actually recently just came out where when women were, I think what it was when women were introduced to unattractive men, men who they were not attracted to, super short guys, fat guys, guys who just, had bad facial symmetry, they didn't even register these men. Like, these men didn't exist in their psyche. But when men saw women who were unattractive or fat specifically, something in their brain, triggered the, an annoyed response, right? So men are annoyed by unattractive women, and women don't even register unattractive men, from their point of view. So with that being said, because you are not attractive, instead of being the man's piece, you are annoying. And then on top of that, you're not attractive and then nagging. And we're back to square one.
Fighting and working all day and dealing with people who are really hard to be around sometimes. And so now I understand, like, okay, when my husband comes home, I've learned to give him like an hour to himself. And he comes out of that hour like so ready to interact with me, our kids, and he's just so much more like soft and ready to like have a good time together.
Give one piece of advice for men, one thing about women that maybe they don't know or that you would like them to know.
Yeah.
Yes.
My advice is to just hang in there. It's a tough world for men right now. They don't have a lot of ways to speak or express themselves. A lot of them have been so hurt that they can't move forward. So just be brave and hang in there.
So we hear a lot of women being told not to settle. I would definitely tell the men, do not settle.
I want to apologize for believing this lie that I can have it all, that I don't need a man, that children are a burden, that my career is more important than anything, that my bank account can replace a person being a husband for me.
So now after hours of saying what they don't like about men, what men need to improve on, now at the end, the Muslim woman is apologizing. The same woman who friend zoned all of the men that her father traded goats and farmland for to get her a husband. she's apologizing to men for being a feminist. You can't make this shit up.
I'm so sorry that I was this feminist, that media, movies, songs, influencers were convincing me that I can do.
I told you, media, movies, songs, bro. When they come to the West, all that Muslim shit is out the window. I done seen bitches in hijabs pulling their whole garments up and throwing that ass back. Trust.
Do everything by myself, and that being feminine and vulnerable was the wrong thing to do. And that I can choose to be masculine when it's a role that I don't want, I'm not qualified for, and therefore I cannot tell men what to do. So I just want to apologize for my part in it, for believing all this BS. And hopefully, we'll do more healing on our end, women, because we're going to bear these children. So we need to get it together. And if I have a boy and I have that mentality, like, I would never want to convince my son that he has to, downplay his masculinity.
And we've already told you guys that, women really, let's keep it a buck. They really don't give a fuck about their son's mental health, especially these modern women. And I know that is a shocking statement, but these modern women don't care about their son's mental health. Otherwise, they would look into the data and understand that, and we have an influx of single mothers, obviously, especially in the Black community. We got 80% of the children being born to single moms. And, but, overall, I think it's about 50 to 60% of Americans are being born into single parent households, specifically single mother households. And the reason why is because a lot of these women are just, they don't want the man involved. Okay. They really don't. A lot of people think it's just deadbeat dads and all that shit. A lot of these women, for one, are fucking dudes that they know for a fact did not want the kid or did not want to be involved. And then a lot of them are pushing away the guys who do want to be involved in their kids' lives. So, with that being said, we know that they don't care about their children's mental health because we know that if they did care about their children's mental health, then they wouldn't introduce other men into that child's life if they become a single mom, because we know that that increases the likelihood of them being physically or sexually abused to the ring of, like, I believe 43%, you know, if that woman introduces another man who is not blood into that household. So, you know, they really don't take these data into account. And that's why it just shows the apathy of raising young boys specifically, but even especially young girls as well. You know, we got a lot of mothers who are in competition with their daughters.
To make a woman feel comfortable. Not okay. So I'm just so sorry.
Yeah. I know that just from everything that I see, it just seems so discouraging right now to be a man and to have like accusations just flung at you in every direction.
Yep. And look at the Conor McGregor shit, the bitch that he's getting accused of. And I think there is actually footage of him going into the bathroom with the bitch. So he might have got the top. He might have fucked. Like, he might have legitimately hit that ass. My thing is, for one, Conor McGregor, why the fuck are you fucking with a fat bitch? See, and I mean, this goes to show white guys are, you know, the most blue pill as of now, as far as like race goes. You know, y'all are the most blue pill, and this is not anything to, you know, discourage you guys or disparage you guys in any way. But all I'm saying is you need to take a couple red vitamins, because when it comes to the simping Olympics, y'all are number one, respectfully. Y'all are most likely the number one OF consumers, and I'm not saying that brothers don't pay for OF, but what I am saying is brothers will do anything but pay for shit. So, I mean, we'll do anything but pay for, especially, you know, porn, which is fucking free. Like, niggas will do anything but pay for the shit. Like, if we go back to that same survey and ask, okay, who tips better? The distribution will damn near be the same. You might even get a bigger tip out of the Jews and Indians and East Asians. But the blacks and Hispanics will have the lowest tips, okay? And then they have another distribution about kinky intercourse, and you have white men leading that one as well. I'll just show you guys that chart as well. You know, and this is these are data from a for and by prostitute survey, and you see that white men are more interested in kinky intercourse, whether that be you know, I don't know, fucking dom sub shit. Findom is another thing, financial dominatrix. I mean, you know, guys into pegging, those are going to be your white guys. You know, and it is pretty, you know, sad. But these are the data, and these are what the data are telling us, and it's just not good. White guys, y'all have to stop simping, bro. Y'all are leading the simping Olympics, and it's hurting the dating market. It really is, and I don't think y'all really understand how badly you guys are contributing to the dating market, because y'all are the main ones. Y'all and fucking Indian dudes, Lord have mercy, y'all be simping in these Instagram hoes comments, bruh. But that's really what's going on, man. That's really what's going on. So, like I said, I didn't bring up that data to disparage the white guys. I'm just saying y'all are really blue vitamin, and it's something that you guys could work on. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's a work in progress, and I think starting off by hitting the gym, you know what I'm saying? Maybe taking a more realistic approach to life. You know, obviously you can do the no fap shit. That'll help you out and stop simping. But there are a whole multitude and a whole host of things that you could do to, you know, deter your thirst. Because what y'all are doing to the dating market, I mean, I would say that we could contribute a lot of this stuff to the white guys who are simping. And it's a lot of y'all. And I would even say it's majority of y'all really, who are out here simping, unfortunately, which, I get it because y'all are more idealistic in relationships than other men, because other races of men, I think, are a little bit more practical. Even if we just look at, I mean, I'm not even going to say practical, but I mean, I think that obviously because the promiscuity is as a whole, I'm not saying that, white people don't fuck around. Obviously they do, but the promiscuity is a little lower in the men. That's just the reality compared to Black and Hispanic men, especially. And you could call it degeneracy if you want to. I mean, that's fine. I'm not against these certain terms. But what I'm saying is y'all aren't fucking as much as, these other people of color, if you will. And therefore, you don't have as much experience with women. Now all the white guys go, oh, I got experience. Look, not talk. If you got experience, take your own personal feelings out of this. I'm just speaking about in general. Y'all have a lot less experience. Y'all have a lot less bodies, bro. And that's just the facts. Like, even if I look back at my high school, like compare the white guys who were sexually active to the Black guys. I mean, it's not even a fucking question. It wasn't even a discussion. It really wasn't. And I say that with all due respect. I'm not trying to say, oh, y'all don't get no pussy. Obviously, there's plenty of white guys cleaning up, doing great. Okay. But I'm just saying y'all are a lot more blue pill. Y'all are a lot, less promiscuous, whatnot. So you have less experience with these women. Therefore, you still have that. And obviously, I'm not saying that Black guys and, people of color don't have the belief in the true love and working it out by any means necessary, whatnot, because there are plenty of guys who attempt to do that. But I think that it's just more common for, a lot of the white guys to, try and stick it out in the relationship and go to the therapies and do the marriage counseling and all these things that we realize have not been working over the decades.
In the media, but I feel like there are a lot of us women that are starting to wake up to this, and we're starting to see through the lies of the media.
And I'm gonna tell you right now, no, the fuck they're not. The only reason why y'all waking up is because y'all old as fuck. Y'all aged out of the dating market. It's OV. Women are not waking up. As a matter of fact, we're just getting started. Y'all want to talk about a gender war? We're just getting started with the gender war. We're not even in the belly of the beast yet. We're not even halfway through, not even a quarter. Talking about some women are starting to wake up. Bitch, where? OnlyFans has more users now than ever. They have 2.1 million users, of which 75% are women. And these users are active accounts that are creator accounts, not clients. Okay. Not Johns, not Tricks. I'm talking about they have 2.1 million creator accounts, of which 75% are women. The average income on OnlyFans is $180 a month. So even though they know that, some of them don't know and are not educated on the average income, but I mean, you could be a basic bitch and make a lot of fucking money on OnlyFans. And that is the truth. That's the reality. And, it's unfortunate. It's not really unfortunate. I wouldn't even say it's unfortunate because I support all the shit. I support the hoes being hoes because we need hoes. Okay. We just need them at a fair price. No, they're going to hate that. I'm just playing.
Yeah, we're smart and we're catching on. This is not going to be a forever thing, I believe, where men are, really thrown away so much. So there are a lot of women who are starting to understand what's going on, and we're
too late. And that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, okay, yeah, there's a lot of women who are understanding what's going on. Yeah, after they turn 56 years old and they're like, oh shit, where'd all the men go? None of them are buying me drinks. Nobody wants to fuck me anymore. those are the women who are waking up. The young women, it's OV. It's only getting worse.
We're leaving this feminist movement, me included. And I believe that
and see, that's what they say. Oh, leave the feminist movement, me included. I mean, bro, it's pretty much OV. It's pretty much OV. Okay? It's OV. Like y'all been, you know, the time has come. The time has come. All right, you pretty much ran out of time.
Just believe that if you're looking for a woman who's understanding who's not going to emasculate you, we are out there, and there are a lot of us. You just like Alana was saying, don't settle just because you think they're not out there and that you can't find someone who's going to give you the respect that you deserve. Yeah.
Take care of yourself when you're down before you get back with somebody else.
I would say thank you for all the ways that you show up for us. I know you do a lot in the background and you often go unthanked, but you are often making sure that we're well taken care of and that you're creating a space for us to be able to be ourselves. And a lot of what you do goes unnoticed. So don't stop. Thank you so much for making sure that we're well taken care of, even whenever we don't notice it. So, yeah.
I would say, like, keep learning about us, keep that curiosity on. And yeah, it's still, we are like, there are a lot of women out there that are still feminine and believe in gentlemen, and we want real gentlemen. So
I mean, they're saying that, but what are they actually doing in practice? What are they actually doing in practice?
Yeah, that's pretty much what I need to say.
I was thinking kind of along the lines of what the last several ladies shared. There are good women out there. We do still appreciate gentlemen. We do still appreciate a man who will hold the door for us and open the car door. And
Swear to God, they keep saying this shit, but when the guys who are actually the guys who are actually doing these, they're not getting rewarded for it. I mean, that's just the guys who are doing these things that these women are asking men to do. They're not getting rewarded for that. And that's just the reality. They're just not, okay? And that's what's going on nowadays.
And walk on the street side of the sidewalk and all those old-fashioned chivalrous things, those show that you care. And there are women out there who will appreciate that. And if that's the kind of man that you are, and you just keep running into these women who are just strong and independent, they don't need a man, move on.
If you haven't had a chance to subscribe to my newsletter, please.
All right, Shawty. So, like I said, we're dealing with a lot in the dating market nowadays. And there's just so many different topics that I want to hit on. There's so many different topics, but I'm gonna refrain from doing that. I'm gonna refrain from doing all the topics. I'll hit on as much as I can. I'll hit on as much as I can, but we're dealing with a different day and age. So let's see. Said big homie, look into the show called Kick or Keep on Kick. You can get on there. All right, I'll look into it. A lot of my links have expired. A lot of the videos that I had in the tuck. Let's see if I can bring any of these up. Yeah, all these TikTok links are dead. It's crazy. Damn, a lot of these links that I had in the past are dead. So I'm going to show you guys this video. We have an ungrateful daughter. She gets a Tesla on her Sweet 16, and she shows her lack of appreciation to her parents.
Surprise! This is your car, girl.
I didn't want a Tesla. I don't like electric cars.
Wait, what?
Wow.
Mercedes Benz. I don't like Tesla.
You said you like the electric cars.
I said I like Tesla. I said a Mercedes Benz. I don't like Tesla.
Well, you gotta like. This is better than a Mercedes Benz.
I don't want no car that if I gotta charge it for it to work. I didn't want that.
Wow.
I'm grateful that you got a damn car.
That's crazy. Imagine getting a Tesla for your Sweet 16 and being ungrateful. Just not appreciating a Tesla is not a cheap car. That shit's expensive as fuck. And just not appreciating that. Ridiculous.
I could have just been walking it. I would rather walk it in.
Right. You should be happy.
You can put the keys back in your purse.
Oh, and I will. And don't ask me for nothing else.
Damn.
Oh, you're gonna be happy with that money.
How much is it?
Girl, open it up and stop being ungrateful, because now you starting to be ungrateful where you ain't got to worry about me ever again.
I said I wanted a Tesla. I always told you I wanted a pink Mercedes Benz.
Okay, well, I couldn't get the Mercedes Benz, so you got that.
This is all you gave me for my Sweet 16 and my golden.
Girl, do you know how much money that is? That's $1,600 for 16.
That's it for my Sweet 16 and my golden birthday.
Well, what did you want?
And then you gave me the truck.
This is
Damn.
the car. It's not the truck. This is the car one. You guys, look.
You can have all your gifts back, because why would you do this? This is my Sweet 16 and my golden birthday, and you gave me a car I didn't even want, and then you gave me little money.
You was being really, really ungrateful.
You can give this to your mom.
Woo!
This is ridiculous. Deasia, get back over here, and I'm not playing. So you really don't want this Tesla?
I don't like that. Electric cars. I don't want to have to charge my car to get on it. You could have kept your gifts and all that.
I'll take it back.
I get not wanting to charge your car. I definitely get that, but damn, at least be grateful that you got a car. That's crazy. That is absolutely ridiculous, y'all. And y'all see, what we're dealing with. Imagine being a man. Imagine being her man. Like how ungrateful she would be to you. Okay? Just imagine that, man.
Why give it to somebody that wanted it?
Like, I did not ask for it.
Is you serious?
Worst birthday ever. Like,
how was this your worst birthday?
I'm dead.
Did she just?
Wow.
You guys, I am so sorry, and honestly, I'm embarrassed. I actually thought she would be happy. She did say she wanted a Mercedes Benz, but I couldn't get her a pink one, so she always be like, "Oh, Teslas are nice," so I got her a Tesla. Okay. Well, you guys, sorry about this. I really thought my daughter would be excited about her new car, but I guess not. So, okay, take your.
Wow. So let's get into the main topic. Let's get into the main event, the main topic. Guys, the women that modern women look up to, the Instagram models and whatnot, there's a story behind how they're getting their wealth, how they're getting their followings, how they're getting their fame. Okay. There's a story behind that. So let's dig deeper into the dark world of celebrity yachting.
Yachting is one of the entertainment industry's biggest open secrets, with A-list stars, including models, actors, and influencers, being rumored to have been involved in yachting at some point during.
You seen that shit? Said Meghan Markle.
Actors and influencers being rumored to have been involved in yachting at some point during their careers. If you're unfamiliar with the term, yachting is used to describe the practice of being paid to spend time, often on a yacht, with extremely wealthy clients. Over the years, it has become a popular way for women to raise their profile while making some money. However, under the surface, it has a dark history of coercion, sexual exploitation, and human trafficking.
All right, so let's just stop it right there. See, I hate the human trafficking shit. Like, let's make one thing clear. A lot of these women are voluntarily doing this work. See, there's a fine line between sex work and human trafficking, right? And you see this fine line is what has Andrew Tate caught up right now. Even recommending a woman's sexual services to another man could be legally seen as human trafficking. So say I go to Vegas and I fuck a hooker. And then I go to my homie and say, yo, man, this hooker named Daisy, dog, she can do this, she can do that. She got that pussy, she got that ass. She be giving stupid top, whatever. And then I recommend that whore to him. Well, if there is any physical evidence or digital evidence, I might add, of me referring him, I could possibly be hemmed up on a charge. And this is why, guys, NDAs, consent forms, all these things are super important. Super important when dealing with this world. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm not going to diagnose right and wrong. I'm going to tell you how to maneuver in this world as a man and as a woman. But what I am telling you is that these women are voluntarily hopping on these yachts, voluntarily selling the top, voluntarily selling the WAP. They want to do it because there's financial incentive. And a lot of these women, they don't really want to work. And they want to be able to take advantage of the shortcuts that are presented to them in life. So if that means fucking a 70-year-old billionaire to get on a TV show, they're going to do it. If that means, fucking a 56-year-old, paraplegic motherfucker who got $1 billion, then they're going to do it. Okay. Why? Because for one, it's lucrative. All right. They can get good money out of it. But is it the right money? That's debatable. And for two, it puts them in rooms that otherwise they would not have been in.
The term itself first started gaining traction when The Hollywood Reporter published an investigation into the culture at the Cannes Film Festival in 2013.
All right, so let's actually read this article because I really wanted to get into let's see. I actually really wanted to get into the details because we want to understand what's really going on. So this is the Hollywood Reporter. And this is an article from 2013, May 8th, 2013. And these are not my words. But they are the ones who are this reporting is the one who's calling them hookers and whatnot. But obviously we know that, these bitches are whores, they're sluts. And the thing is, they shouldn't take offense to that. Okay. As a matter of fact, if you go on most OnlyFans girls like bio and shit on their Twitters, on their Instagrams, on their actual OnlyFans page, in the description, it says, oh, I'm your favorite blank-year-old slut, and I'll do this and I'll do that, and I'm a feet picture slut fanatic or some shit. They're playing up and standing on it in their bios, but then when you call them that in real life, they're getting offended, and it just doesn't make sense because your whole identity is based off of being that. So shouldn't you be proud of it, right? But obviously, it shows you there is a deep insecurity within sex workers behind the work that they do, which is fine and understandable. But what I'm saying is sometimes y'all just need to stand on it. So it says a businesswoman and Gaddafi associate, Muammar Gaddafi, is who they're talking about, the previous president of Libya, who was convicted in 2007 prostitution ring. Bust reveals all the dirty secrets of how models and even some Hollywood actresses swarm the hotels and yacht parties during the fest says one escort. It's the biggest payday of the year. Okay. So, like Brad Pitt, Angelina Jolie, and Sharon Stone, Lebanese businessman Eli Nahas was once a regular at the Cannes Film Festival. But since his bust in 2007 for the part in the most explosive prostitution scandal in the history of the festival, Nahas, 48, can't leave his native Lebanon. He hopes that the 8-year prison sentence slapped on him in absentia by a French judge after a trial in Marseille in October will be overturned on appeal this year. But he's not very, very optimistic. In fact, he also is fearful that if he leaves Lebanon, he'll be picked up by Interpol. Nahas, who owns a Beirut-based modeling agency, used to work as a right-hand man for Moattesem Gaddafi, the playboy son of Libyan strongman Muammar Gaddafi, Nahas' longtime pal. It was during this time that Nahas was arrested on charges of running a prostitution ring that supplied more than 50 women over various nationalities to the younger Gaddafi and other rich Middle Eastern clients. During the festival, Moattesem was killed with his father in Libya in 2011. So, damn. I knew Muammar Gaddafi got killed, but I didn't know they killed his son as well. And, I mean, just to give you guys a little history, Muammar Gaddafi, he was involved in some very serious things. One of the most serious things that he was accused of is a terrorist attack that brought down a plane with over 200 people in it. And, you know, Americans did die in that plane crash. So, I mean, this guy was a bad guy. He was also accused of a lot of human rights atrocities and rapes. But, you know, rapes of, you know, several women. He was known to be a brutal dictator. But one of the things that he prided himself on was building up the infrastructure in Libya. So that is one thing that he did. Obviously, he was corrupt. And, you know, he was a bad guy. And he was also obsessed with plastic surgery. He was obsessed with his appearance, so much so that, I mean, this nigga, he did a whole bunch of work on his face, and he just, you know, he started looking crazy as he got older. But, you know, he obviously had a wild downfall, and we can get into you know, his overthrow and whatnot. But basically, he pretty much starved his people out in Libya. And he was involved in a whole bunch of different things. One of which was, I mean, he used to supply weapons to the Chadian or the Chadian, however you want to call it, strongholds that were resisting, I guess maybe you could call them nationalists in Chad to bring, you know, I guess. I mean, it's a pretty complex thing to describe, but basically in Africa, there was something called the race to Africa or whatnot, during the early 19th century or late 19th century, if I'm not mistaken, and then into the 20th century, where, but, you know, European and American colonialists were going over to Africa and trying to sow their seed. And he was involved in making alliances and supporting different militias. And, you know, some would say militia, some would say terrorist organizations. And then he also did he gave some intel to the United States about different terrorist organizations in the Middle East. So, I mean, he's a very controversial figure, is the point. But anyways, let's keep going. The women ran the gamut from full-time escorts to model to beauty queens, and they serviced men in hotels, on yachts, and in the palatial villas on the hills above Cannes. Is that how you pronounce it? Police said Philippe Camps, a lawyer for a Paris-based anti-prostitution organization that was a civil plaintiff in the trial, tells THR that some of the women were brought to Cannes under false pretenses and coerced into prostitution. Police broke into Nahas' room at the city's famed Carlton Hotel in August 2007 and arrested him after a lengthy investigation involving wiretaps, which helped them identify Nahas and several others as key members of the vice ring. Prostitution is legal in France, but soliciting, whether with advertising or on a street corner, is not. So they're basically saying you cannot market or advertise the women, and the women cannot market or advertise themselves. But we all know that the men are going to be the ones ultimately held responsible. The women most likely are going to be able to skirt accountability. And that is something that's also unfair when it comes to prostitution. To the buyers, it's like you're punishing the drug purchaser, but not the drug dealer. Okay. And we all know that pussy and mouth of a woman is a drug. Nahas remains bitter about his arrest and subsequent conviction and denies he was running a prostitution ring. He says he was unfairly singled out in a sea of rich players who move in and around the Cannes Film Festival's second biggest business after movies, sex. Why me? Asked Nahas during a phone interview with THR from Beirut. The police know what goes on during the film festival, and they turn a blind eye. But they went after me. Why? Because I worked for Gaddafi. Yes, they can make up to $40,000 a night. So that one connection, his one connection with Muammar Gaddafi, if he would have just stuck to selling whores to white Europeans, he would have been fine. He would have been absolutely A-okay. But because he was selling to an African dictator, was he singled out? Now, we could talk about systemic racism and white supremacy and all that stuff off that angle, but let's keep going. We all look forward to it, says a local prostitute in Cannes who goes by the name of Daisy. How did I know it was Daisy? Dude, I just brought up Daisy earlier. That's hilarious. On her website, but declined to give her surname. Daisy is one of many independent escorts who have their own websites and usually avoid going to hotels and bars, except during the festival. There's a lot of competition because there are so many girls, but the local ones have an advantage. We know the hotel concierge. The local prostitute says Daisy routinely drops cash off with the concierge at the town's top hotels. In return, if they are lucky, concierge sometimes steer clients their way. During the 10-day festival, an estimated 100 to 200 hookers stroll in and out of the big hotels every day, according to hotel sources. Nahas says the money can be bigger than most people realize. The most beautiful call girls, he says, know to target the high-end hotels where all the Arabs stay. Wow. So you see, Arabs are really into tricking. And that's why the Dubai porta potties are so famous. They can make up to $40,000 a night, says Nahas. Arabs are the most generous people in the world. If they like you, they will give you a lot of money. And the reason why they're most generous people, quote unquote, the most generous people in the world, and we all know how they treat their women in their home countries. But the reason why they are classified as the most generous people in the world when it comes to wealth is because they have access to a lot of natural resources, being petroleum, oil, gasoline, and other, minerals that are native to their own lands that they monopolize and, oftentimes ostracize their nation's people from these resources, and then they hoard them for themselves and then spend them on fucking whores. And this is why, how do I say this without coming off in a, weird way? You know what? I'm gonna just keep it to myself. At Cannes, they carry money around in wads of 10,000 euros. To them, it's just like paper. They don't even like to count it. They'll just hand it to the girls without thinking. I know the system. The serious action starts at 10 p.m. He says, call girls, sit in the lobby, and prospective clients check them out. It's all done with hand signals, he says. The guys signal their room numbers with their hands, and the girls follow them. Some of the luxury prostitutes, quotes, come as part of an organized ring, the type of operation that police said Nahas ran. Excuse me. And others fly in small groups on their own, mainly from Paris, London, Venezuela, Brazil, Morocco, and Russia. Still others take advantage of the other big events taking place on the Côte d'Azur, the Monaco Grand Prix, and rent hotel rooms in the town of Beausoleil, just behind Monaco, and commute between there and the Canes, a 40-minute drive. Oh, wow. So it looks like they dropped a couple names. Nahas denied he was running a prostitution ring, but admits he had arranged for women to come to Canes during the festival. His job, he says, was to pick them up at a nice international airport, bring them to the port at Canes, and place them on small boats that took them out to Gaddafi's yacht, the Che Guevara, and other luxury vessels. Now, looking into CIA documents and declassified documents, a lot of these women who went on these yachts with Muammar Gaddafi specifically, but let's just in general, I don't want to single Gaddafi out, because this is what the Western powers and the United States like to do. They like to single out, oh, well, Muammar Gaddafi, he was raping bitches on the yacht and da-da-da-da. Okay, yes, he was, for sure, 100%. He was a rapist, yes. But so are a lot of these, European and American billionaires. They're raping women on the yacht as well. It's not just the Arabs. And I mean, that's just the reality. That's why when I was talking about the hoe gang, when I'm talking about the prostitute gang, prostitutes know, like, they, for one, and I'm gonna just keep it a buck. Prostitutes don't like, they like black guys, but they don't like black Johns, because black Johns are the cheapest, because black guys know the fucking game. We know that pussy don't cost $2,500. We know that. We know it costs we know a bitch will take $150. We know a bitch will take $75 for some head. That's why, because I'm not going to say we're better negotiators, because, obviously when it comes to business, other races kind of have that thing sewed up. And I'm not saying that we don't have great black businesses out here, but what I'm saying in general is we're better at negotiating pussy. That's what I will say. If anything, y'all can have the contract law and all that other shit. We're good at negotiating pussy. We know that pussy costs shit. $100, a handle of Jack, and some coke, and a couple blunts, an eighth of weed. We know that, but the Arabs, they don't fucking know that. So they don't know that honestly, if you just boom, and I don't advise guys to do this, but I don't advise having intercourse with any woman with any type of drugs. But what I'm saying is, nigga, you pull out some Henny, some coke, and I'm not talking about cocaine, I'm talking about Coca-Cola. But even if you do pull out the cocaine, that's an automatic starter. And I'm not saying you do this in order to fuck bitches, but what I'm saying is, like, that shit fucking works. It is what it is, and anybody who's denying it, and anybody wants to go and chop this up and say, oh, well, you're endorsing drugging women and all this other stuff. Ain't nobody doing all that. I'm just saying, when you bring out the Hennessy, when you bring out a couple blunts, and when you bring out the cocaine, the bitches are fucking. And it ain't much convincing that you got to do. I don't give a fuck how ugly you are. And that's just the reality. So what I'm saying is, they don't have to pay them, everything that I got on me, 10,000 euros. It's not worth that. And that's where the game is getting fucked up. Because on a day-to-day basis, even the most beautiful women, they're selling blowjobs for $80 a pop. Fuck out of here. So you got me fucked up if I'm paying 10,000 euros when I know for a fact on a regular day, on a regular basis, you're paying $80 for some head. Or you're getting paid $80 for some head. The Che Guevara and other luxury vessels. Okay. I was not party to anything else, insists Nahas. I don't know what took place between any of them. I had no part of it. They may have just been there to talk and have fun. And that's what the women say that they're doing. Oh, I just went to have fun and meet these guys and network. They call themselves networking. I'm going to keep it a buck with a lot of you ladies. Y'all are not networking a damn fucking thing. You don't have no business that any fucking savvy businessman is willing to invest in, might I add. And a lot of y'all don't really have a product or any type of software that's gonna improve these men's lives or you know, streamline systems in their business. See, that's what guys are talking about when we're talking about adding value. Do you have a software that's going to streamline my business processes? You know, that's what men are talking about. Can you code a website to make it super dynamic and super robust, but everything compact into one website? That's what men are talking about when we talk about adding value when it comes from a business perspective. Not like being a fucking cheerleader and saying, you go, billionaire. You made $1 billion by yourself, but keep going. I'm your moral support. Like, that means it really doesn't mean shit. So that's what we're talking about when we talk about providing value, adding value. You know, even if you're a CPA or something, if you can balance some books, something. So Gaddafi never touched Carmen, says Nahas. In fact, she was a little angry because she felt he didn't pay enough attention to her. But Gaddafi was shy, believe it or not. Women had to make the first move. A spokesperson for Electra could not be reached for comment. So they're saying Gaddafi was shy. I mean, he was probably just used to drugging bitches and fucking. Nahas says who was jailed for 11 months after his arrest in France, then released for lack of proof. Says the younger Gaddafi sent him $25,000 a month to live on after his reputation was ruined in Lebanon, and he no longer could work. Since Gaddafi's death, the money has dried up. I cry blood for him every day, says Nahas. When Nahas was arrested, police confiscated an address book that contained dozens of names and contact information for some of the richest princes and potentates in the Middle East. Nahas admits that he knew them all, but denies that he procured hookers for them. But even if he did, says Nahas, there are plenty more like him all over Cannes during the festival. Please, says Nahas, every year during the festival, there are 30 or 40 luxury yachts in the bay at Cannes, and every boat belongs to a very rich person. Every boat has about 10 girls on it. They are usually models, and they are usually nude or half nude. It's drugs and drink and beautiful women. Go out on one and you'll see the girls are all waiting for their envelopes at the end of the night. It's been going on there for 60 years. Yes. So this is true. The girls go on the yacht. Any girl who goes on a yacht, I'm telling you right now, she's getting fucked. She goes on the yacht, she parties, she sucks some dick, she gets fucked, and then she leaves the yacht and they hand her a little gift basket with an envelope full of cash. A gift contained in an envelope, according to Nahas, and a number of veteran Cannes escort women interviewed by THR, is how prostitutes get paid at the festival. It's always a gift, says a Russian woman who oversees a Paris-based escort agency with branches in London and Dubai. Clients are told to put the money in an envelope and write gift on the outside of it. Women installed on yachts in Cannes during the film festival are called yacht girls. And the line between professional prostitutes and B or C-list Hollywood actresses and models who accept payment for sex with rich older men is sometimes very blurred, explains one film industry veteran. You definitely recognize more than a few names from Hollywood and on Instagram nowadays. He says these are actresses who made bad career choices and fell off the radar. They tell themselves what they're doing at Cannes is okay, that they're just on dates with rich men, when the reality is they're doing what prostitutes do. They like the money. Exactly, bruh. This is what I'm saying. When women say, oh, I was dating him, bruh, stop the cap, bro. You was getting fucked. It's crazy how they spin you guys, man. And you guys are falling for it, every single fucking one of you. Carol Raphael Davis, a longtime French-American film and TV actress, Two Broke Girls, Angel, who grew up in international circles in Paris, London, and Thailand, says few people realize that some prominent and moneyed society women spent many years as high-priced prostitutes. Davis, who is married to a TV comedian writer, Kevin Rooney, and divides her time between France and Beverly Hills, says she has 2 acquaintances who used to work the Cannes Film Festival as well as other exotic locals around the world. I could never understand how they could do what they did, says Davis. Davis says she has been propositioned by some of the most richest men in the world, but could never imagine sleeping with them for money. Yeah, all right. She says the women she knew traveled the world like jet setters, and one of them eventually ended up marrying one of the richest men in France. So a lot of y'all talking about, see, this is what y'all don't understand. Okay, people think that hoes don't get wifed, and okay, yes, maybe like corn stars, if you film yourself getting fucked and stuff like that, and it's all over the internet, they may not get wifed, but high level escorts, high level prostitutes, I'm talking about women who are getting paid $10,000 a pop just for the blow job. These women get wifed. They do. Because, you know, even though they're doing the ugliest things, like Kanye said, the prettiest people do the ugliest thing for the road to riches and diamond rings, flaws, because they the haters. Okay, anyways. But the reason, the reason why Kanye said that is because it's true. These are the most beautiful women on the planet, and they're doing the ugliest things, quote unquote, for money. And I mean, a lot of these girls call themselves dating these men, and some are genuinely going steady with these men. Yes. And these billionaire men are willing to wife them up because the power dynamic is just, for a lot of these men, it's just hard to overlook. You have complete autonomy over this woman who, you know, for a fact is with you for your money, and you know she ain't fucking going nowhere unless you do some nut shit. So, I mean, the power dynamic is irresistible to a lot of these guys, especially with these beautiful women. And we know that, okay, most of the billionaires are going to be white men, and we know that white men are the most blue vitamins. So, yes, white men will 100% absolutely marry some of these whores for sure. I could never understand how they could do what they did, whatever. She says the women she knew traveled like jet setters. Okay, yeah, that was another point that I wanted to make. The women who travel the world like jet setters, okay, they're definitely selling the pussy. This woman didn't even enjoy sex, she told me, says Davis, but she didn't mind it either. She didn't mind sleeping with men who were repulsive. She said it never lasted more than 5 minutes, so it wasn't that bad. And that was the article there, guys. So very dark truths about what modern women are doing. And now, and this was in 2013. What do you think's happening now in 2023, 10 years later? All it's done is amp up. And now it's not just Hollywood actresses, but it's your door next girl on Instagram.
Investigation into the culture at the Cannes Film Festival in 2013, claiming that models and some Hollywood actors swarmed the hotels and yacht parties during the festival. A man named Eli Nahas, who ran a modeling agency at the time and would later be convicted of supplying more than 50 women to rich Middle Eastern clients during the festival, said every year there are 30 to 40 luxury yachts in the bay at Cannes, and every boat.
And I ain't gonna lie, They did my bro Nahas a little dirty. I'm not gonna lie. They did bro a little dirty. You know, and I don't know everything that he's involved with. Obviously, if he's rubbing shoulders with the Gaddafis, then that can't be good, right? But I mean, from the looks of it, it just sounds like he just connected them, right? He was just connecting the dots. Where a nigga say where the hoes at, and he's like, I know where they're at. So can we not ask where the hoes at no more? Because if we can't even ask, yo, where the hoes at, and then a nigga say, hey, I know where the hoes at, they're over there, and I can get them to you, then what the fuck can we do anymore? Can we even fuck bitches anymore at this point?
Boat belongs to a very rich person. Every boat has about 10 girls on it, and they are usually nude or half nude. These women are referred to as yacht girls, and they blur the lines between party goers.
See? They all on Instagram, see? Any bitches on a yacht, any bitch on a yacht on Instagram is a yacht girl. Every single one. And I told you guys, any girl with over 100,000 followers on Instagram, But nowadays, it's damn. I mean, shit. If she got over 25,000 followers on Instagram, she's selling the pussy.
Are referred to as yacht girls, and they blur the lines between party goers and escorts, as the general agreement between them and the host of the boat is that by coming aboard, they are expected to carry out favors. But at the end of the night, they are all gifted envelopes full of varying amounts of money. The amount of cash they receive is based upon their celebrity status and what favors they carried out over the course of the evening.
There you have it. So, like, I mean, a lot of people gonna come in the comments. This ain't true. Well, why would you say all Instagram models, bruh? Look, man, I know the game. I actually know some women who y'all never think who was selling pussy. I do.
To Nahas, you definitely recognize.
And I'm gonna show you how thirsty these, respectfully, I'm gonna show you how thirsty these Arab men are. These niggas are thirsty, bro. And it's bad, bro. It is bad. Let's keep going.
Recognize more than a few names from Hollywood. They tell themselves what they're doing at Cannes is okay, that they're just on dates with rich men, when the reality is they're doing what prostitutes do. Some celebrities who have been alleged to be yacht girls include Bella Hadid, Hailey Bieber, and Meghan Markle.
Woo! Bella Hadid, Hailey Bieber, and Marilyn, or what's her name? Meghan Markle. So Justin Bieber's wife, goddamn. I mean, shit. It's crazy.
Before we get deeper into that, let's ponder why an already wealthy and successful person would consider doing it. As previously stated, the men who own these boats are extremely wealthy, and unfortunately, with wealth comes power and connections, and having a decent relationship with some of these people could take your career to the next level. According to the Hollywood Reporter, yachting your way to stardom happens with disturbing frequency, and even pointed a finger at actress Irina Shayk, who landed her debut role in the film Hercules despite having zero previous acting.
Wow. So they're saying Irina Shayk is a goddamn yacht bitch. So let's see if we can find this little bitch Instagram. Let's see if we can find this little bitch Instagram. You dig? I ain't gonna cap. Instagram, and I mean, the bitches are only getting badder, bro, on Instagram. I'm not gonna cap. I'm not gonna cap. And then the badder they are, the more likely they are selling pussy. So this is what's going on, man. I would shit if she. I would even go as far as to say if she's a 9 or 10, she's selling pussy. I'll just say that right now. So Irina Shayk has 22 million followers. 22 million followers. So let's go to her Instagram. And I'm going to show you exactly what the fuck I mean. Like, okay, represented by the Society, C. Bowen at societymanagement.com. So this is her booking. Cherry Bowen or Cherries Bowen, whoever the fuck. That's who gets her jobs. And I'm looking into this Instagram page. Very weird art here. Very interesting. But I mean, this might be the plug, honestly. See, that's why I said they did Nahas wrong, because the person in the bio is the nigga who's probably selling the bitch. Okay? The person in the bio is the nigga who's selling the bitch. But anyways, this is Irina Shayk. Okay. I mean, last night in Cannes. Okay, here she is at the Cannes Festival again. And this is 10 years later. She loves the damn Cannes Festival. She's at the damn festival that we just read an article about, Hollywood prostitutes. And all the women gassing her up. Okay. All the women gassing her up. And yeah, she's pretty hot, but I mean, she's not all that, honestly. Too skinny. You know, she's got a cute face or whatever, but I mean, I'll give her a. I'll give her a. See, niggas gonna be like, "Oh my god, she's so beautiful." I give her a 6 or a 7. I mean, I don't even think how she can't even be touching an 8 because she don't have no ass, no titties. There's no way. She don't have no body. How the fuck can she even be an 8? How? That's what I'm saying. Here we go. Giorgio Armani. So she with Giorgio Armani. Bro. Come on now. Let's keep it a buck. Let me zoom out. Let's keep it a buck. She fucked Giorgio Armani. Let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a motherfucking buck. So obviously she got a gay best friend in some of these pictures. So she got her break. She was pretty much unheard of. And then she went yachting, fucked the billionaire, and now she's one of the most popular models on Instagram. So, and got a role in the movie Hercules. For what reason? I don't know.
Acting credits. And in a stylist article on women yachting, an anonymous source said, "You might see people on the red carpet and have no idea who they are, but there's a reason why they're being elevated. They're being seen, but so is the person who invited them there." They also went on to say, "You often see someone with 1 million followers, always traveling and being pictured on a private jet, and you think, well, how are they doing that? Where are they going and who with?"
The men who are going to be involved in yachting, it's going to be very high up, well-to-do, extremely wealthy men. Well-connected, anonymous businessman type. You wouldn't recognize their name. You have no idea who they are. They probably own a bunch of companies, got a lot of money. You wouldn't recognize their name.
To give you an idea of just how wealthy these yacht owners are, some of the yachts spotted at the Cannes Festival in 2019 include the Serene, a $500 million super yacht owned by Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman that features 2 helipads, an indoor climbing wall, a fully equipped spa, and 3 swimming pools. Also spotted at Cannes was the Eclipse, the second largest super yacht in the world, valued at an estimated $1.2 billion. Once you take a look at some of these yachts and factor in what a relationship with their owners could potentially offer your career, as well as the often 5-figure plus gifts you receive at the end of the evening, it becomes more clear why someone would be open to play along, even if they don't exactly need the money. In 2021, Emily Ratajkowski released a memoir titled My Body, where she details her indoctrination into the cult of beauty as defined by powerful men.
Okay, so now here they go. They're blaming the men. Oh, well, the men made us do it. Bitch, you needed the money. You wanted the money. See, this is shit I don't like. When they be playing the victim role. So let's go to Emily Radish, or horseradish. No, I'm just kidding. Ratajkowski. So she's got 30.1 million followers, and she absolutely was yachting, absolutely 100%. Looks like she's pregnant now, and has moved on with her life. Obviously, somebody wifed her up, and she is saying that Amber Rose is an absolute queen. So let's see what she's saying.
Don't have sex.
You don't have sex?
No, I hate sex.
Why you hate sex?
It's like just like it's so accessible, and like I don't want to pee.
So this is the same woman who went from slut walk and all this shit to I don't like sex. Bitch, you have a fucking tattoo on your forehead. Nobody wants to have sex with your dumb ass. These women, I mean, it is absolutely ridiculous. Like, bitch, you look dumb as fuck. And Amber Rose used to be something to look at, but now bald headed, scallywag with a tattoo on your forehead. Bitch, you look stupid as shit. You look dumb as fuck. This is the same bitch who was leading the slut walk. Now she's saying, I don't like sex. Well, how about all the other women that you convinced to like sex so much that, you know, they should display it in the streets? These hoes are ridiculous.
Penis attached to like a person.
You're like, I could do without that.
Yeah, I just don't want to deal with any toxicity. And I feel like nowadays everyone is toxic.
Men.
Mostly, yeah.
Men. Bitch, but you sold pussy. Bitch, but you led the slut walk. What's more toxic than that? I mean, these hoes are fucking hypocrites. They're damn near sociopaths. They're narcissists. They're all everything in the book, man. Like, how the fuck are you over here saying that men are toxic when all you've been doing is throwing pussy to every man that comes your way? You even was fucking with AE, Alexander. What's that nigga's name? Alexander something. Nobody knew who the fuck he was until you started fucking on that nigga. That's how desperate you were. And now you talking about toxic this, toxic that. And then Cher, the bitch who fucked AE after you, now she realizing, oh, I can't get married to AE because he want me for the bag. I swear to God, y'all hoes are dumb as fuck.
Yeah. Women too, though. But
for sure, of course. But
men, yeah.
And my response to that is, for one, Emily Ratajkowski, like, yo dumbass, like, talking about, oh, bruh, you sold pussy. You damn near probably still sell pussy. And then you're still like, oh, you're talking against the patriarchy, but you're still modeling for brands that, you know, endorse pedophilia. Okay, in Balenciaga. We all saw that Balenciaga ad. Obviously, most of the designer brands are owned by one guy, right? So it's like, bruh, I mean, who are you to talk? Like, you sold pussy, and now you're talking to Amber Rose and talking about how toxic men are. Well, if you never sold your pussy to these men, then maybe you wouldn't have this outlook.
Part of this book delves into her experiences yachting, and this made people speculate whether or not Bella Hadid and Hailey Bieber also partake in the business, as Emily has posted videos of them dancing on a yacht together at none other than Cannes Film Festival, the same festival that has become synonymous with yachting. One of the excerpts
Yes, they sold pussy. Next.
It's from Emily's book, names one of her yachting clients as Joe Law, a Malaysian businessman who has since become a fugitive on the run after allegedly embezzling billions from the Malaysian state.
Yeah, and this is the same nigga who got is it Shine? Is it Shine, the rapper? Who got Shine locked up. This is the same nigga that Shine was rocking with. And now he got locked up. Because he was fucking with this nigga.
With Emily publicizing her experience yachting with Joe Law, people began drawing lines between him and other potential yacht girls. For example, in 2010, Joe Law was pictured partying with Paris Hilton in St. Tropez. And in 2019, The Sun Daily reported that Kylie Jenner would be celebrating her 22nd birthday on Joe Law's yacht.
Wow. So we got Kylie Jenner, Paris Hilton, Emily Ratajkowski, the other bitch. What's that bitch name? Damn it. Anyways, bruh, this shit is crazy, bruh. And they talking about the men. The men are toxic. The men are toxic, bruh. Y'all are dealing with billionaires. And y'all know for a fact how they get down. They old as shit. You're not dealing with them because you're in love with them. And then y'all have the nerve, the unmitigated gall to call the average man toxic. Bruh, bitch, get the fuck out of here. That's why I keep telling y'all, bruh. Bad bitches are selling pussy. It is at an alarming rate. And look, I mean, I'm not against it. I'm definitely not against it. I think men should, you know, I think prostitution should be illegal. not illegal, but I think it should be legal. I mean, the woman, right? She should be able to do whatever the fuck she want to do with her damn body. Okay, but now on the back end, don't be coming on the back end and talking about, oh, men are this and men are that. Bruh, you are choosing to deal with niggas who pay for pussy. So you're going to get niggas who pay for pussy results.
This corresponds with a 2015 blind item posted about Kris Jenner and Kylie Jenner.
I found this Kris Jenner, Kylie Jenner blind item from 2015 that is so creepy, but I've never believed something more. We had really hoped that the younger member of this family would avoid all the pitfalls to which the others fell prey. No such luck. She's already in deep. The latest, she is actually being coached by her mother.
And they're like, why would Kylie need to do this? Why would Kylie need to do this? She's already a billionaire, bitch, so she can have more billions. How about that? Because she knows she can sell the pussy $1 million a pop. Kylie Jenner could sell sex for over, I mean, she could probably sell her pussy to a billionaire for 10 million. Easy. Easy. Why would she need to do this? Why would she's got all the money in the world. Why would she do this, bro? Because for one, she likes selling pussy. Have you thought about that? She likes the way that billionaire men drool over her. She loves the validation. Thought about that?
In both the art of pleasing a man as well as how to find one to pay her a lot to do it. We're not talking about a boyfriend or husband here. We're talking about yachting. We're talking about professional work. Her television fame and young age are already earning her a significant bonus over others who provide similar services. So that is Kris Jenner literally pimping out her own daughter, who was not 18, well below 18 at the time. Oh my God, and this is when they were filming Keeping Up with the Kardashians. On brand, at least.
According to Daily Mail, Joe Law also sent Kim Kardashian home in a white Ferrari and $250,000 cash in a garbage bag after partying with him in Vegas for a weekend. People have accused Kim of being a yacht girl for over a decade due to her appearances on yachts and seemingly random solo trips to countries such as Bahrain and Kuwait to attend grand openings of the chain restaurant Millions of Milkshakes, a stunt that actually resulted in large protests, which reportedly were tear-gassed by police. It's a little loose, but some people claim these appearances were a cover for what she was actually being paid to do. While on the topic,
here we go. Why would Kim Kardashian need to go to the Middle East and sell pussy? She's got all the money in the world. She would never need to do that, man. Y'all hoes gotta be dumb. Y'all gotta be stuck on stupid. For her to fuck a Saudi prince, she knows for a fact that, like, for one, she's gonna get a big bag and them niggas are gonna owe her a favor. Like, y'all don't understand how the game works. Y'all don't understand.
Kendall Jenner was one of 13 celebrities to attend the grand opening of Hotel Atlantis the Royal in Dubai back in January, where she would be caught on camera in someone's Instagram story. TikTok user and hobbyist lip reader, Impossibly Asleep, would share with us what Kendall was saying in the clip.
I'm doing.
Oh, wow. Okay, hold up. It says, my first 2 times were horrible. Lip reader exposes Kendall Jenner's private conversation with a close friend. Okay. My first 2 times were horrible. So, Kendall Jenner. Why would Kendall Jenner need to do this? She's so rich. Like, her family is so rich. Like, they've got all the money in the world. Da 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 da. Bitch, shut the fuck up. Y'all are really stuck on stupid. Y'all dumb, or y'all just naive. Or y'all just don't want, y'all don't want it to be true that your favorite celebrities are fucking selling pussy. And shit, I mean, if niggas had the money, niggas will buy the pussy. It's that simple. It's that simple. But what I'm telling you right now is the bitch don't cost that much. The bitch don't cost that much. I'm telling you right now, I mean, if I was to kick it with the Kardashian family, I guarantee I wouldn't have to pay a dime to get the pussy. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. Like, y'all really think it's not? And then they'll be like, well, she wouldn't want you reclaimed. She wouldn't want you. Yeah, all right. Same reason why Kim Kardashian was fucking Reggie Bush. Nigga, we know what they like. We know what they like. I guarantee that if Tyga could get her, nigga, I could get her. Like, y'all really think, oh, God. And this is why I don't put these hoes on a pedestal. I really don't. Y'all really think that it's hard to get these bitches. I'm telling you right now, with a little clout, that's really all you need. Or even a reference. Even if you're with a nigga with clout and he say, hey, yo, this is my guy. He's cool as fuck, da-da-da-da, whatever. They will fuck you if you look good. And you know your boy Reclaim looks damn good. So this is the game, bro. This is a game. I mean, nigga, if I was a billionaire, I guarantee I wouldn't pay a dime for none of these hoes. They would all be on my yacht and they would be fucking voluntarily. But anyways, it says, my first 2 times were horrible. Lip reader exposes Kendall Jenner's private conversation with close friend. Kendall Jenner began her career in the okay, so they're giving a backstory. So they're saying fans slammed her about complaining about lavish trips to Dubai. I'm not going to read this whole article, but basically the bitch selling pussy. I mean, is it really that hard to connect the dots? I just wanted to show you guys that the article was real.
Impossibly asleep, which Kendall was saying in the clip.
I'm doing some stalking and my lip reading is getting really good. Is this your first or second time? This is my third. My first 2 times were horrible. Horrible. This is so fun.
She's absolutely right. I mean, that was 100% lip reading mastermind. That's exactly what she said. She lip read it word for word. And the thing about women is that it's really it's really easy to read their lips because they speak so expressively and they open their mouth fully when they talk because they're very emotional. So they're exaggerative and they oftentimes use hyperbole. Like, I literally da-da-da-da, and it wasn't literal, but they say I literally da-da-da-da, and that's a form of hyperbole. So like you can really lip read these women. And she's saying, hey, my first 2 times yachting, it was horrible. This is so fun. Make these the moral of this story is make these hoes comfortable when they come on the yacht. I know you billionaires, you get handsy, you get touchy. You like forcing your way on women and shit like that because y'all think that y'all own the world and whatnot. I get it. But I'm telling you right now, if you was cool, calm, collected, laid back, kicked it, bullying in the bando, straight bleeding, more chill. I'm telling you right now, these bitches are not that hard to fuck, bro. Kylie Jenner, Kendall Jenner, fuck, Kim Kardashian, they're not that hard to fuck. Yeah, I said it. Like, y'all really are overcomplicating this shit.
People interpreted this clip as Kendall badmouthing her prior experiences in Dubai, with some speculating what she could have been doing there, especially after the Dubai porta potty story went viral. A story I won't go into, but will summarize as wealthy men flying out young women to Dubai and paying them to eat human waste. There have also been rumors of Meghan Markle being a yacht girl circulating as far back as the early 2010s. With some people even speculating that this is how she met Prince Harry.
She's a deal or no deal suit.
Yeah, and she's deal or no deal suitcase holder, and then she gets on a yacht. She meets a famous prince, and this is how a lot of women are. This is how a lot of women are getting down. Okay, this is how a lot of them are getting down. This is how she met Prince Andrew. And she stuck with him. So this is another example of hoes getting wifed. The thing is, only the high level whores get wifed, not you regular. And then she ended up getting a role in a movie, not in a movie, but a TV show, a popular TV show called Suits. So because she's on these yachts, and I'm not gonna lie, she's actually a decent actress. She's actually a decent actress. I'm not going to say that she's a great actress, but she is a decent actress, bro. So she really didn't have to do this. She actually does have talent and natural beauty, but the women want the shortcut, and the shortcut is to go on a yacht and fuck a 90-year-old billionaire so that you can end up meeting a 36-year-old prince.
Case holder. And then all of a sudden she ends up marrying into the royal family. How is that possible?
According to a blind item posted by 3 Days 3 Nights, if you see B actress post scantily clad photos of themselves on social media, this is often a comm that this person is available to rent for a weekend of yachting, typically worth $30,000 for the party. We're about to go off the deep end and enter conspiracy theory territory, but the part about posting scantily clad photos of themselves to advertise their availability is something many people online claim to be a real thing, with some people even claiming that water company 138 Water could be a front for offering high-end escorting service.
Okay, so now they are accusing 138 Water of being a high level escorting, I guess like some type of racketeering organization, and I wouldn't put it past them. I would not put it past them. So look at this. And this is like kind of like the Wayfair shit back in the day for all you back in the day conspiracy theorists. Just kind of look at the ads, look at the details. Look, niggas put in the bitch a week ago yachting. This bitch got 7 likes. Oh, I'm dead. Somebody said, who saw the doc on YouTube saying this water is a front for an escorting service? Somebody said, did you really buy into this conspiracy theory? Oh, this was the company. They said, no, I believe in the absolute quality of your water, top of the line, and escorting service. No way. And then some dude said, I do. I mean, this, okay, it says this one goes out to the stunning, amazing model who radiates pure star power, Ray Nicole, strutting her stuff in our sizzling 138 bikini collection. So now they got a bikini collection, and it's no longer just water. Okay. Captured through the lens of immensely talented. Okay, here's a photographer. We couldn't be happier today as Ray, Nicole, and Bryn have blessed us with their exceptional gift. I don't know, whatever. Somebody said another yachting ad. I ain't gonna lie. Okay, so let's look at this bitch. All right. 14.9K on Instagram is what she has. So let's see. Let's just click on her shit. So here she is in the 138 joint. Okay. You know, she's pretty hot. Very thin though. I give her a 6. But yeah, so this could be potentially one of the bitches getting flued out. And I don't know if she's just posting the Vogue shit like she was supposed to be in Vogue or some shit. But obviously traveling a lot. Okay, who took this picture 150 weeks ago? That's what you guys got to understand. I mean, look, man, I ain't saying that she, and this is where she started off with. This is her, like, I guess in high school. Awkward as fuck. And now, boom. So she was a late bloomer, obviously. Like, oh, now it looks like she damn pregnant. What the hell? So who the fuck got her pregnant? What did one of these damn billionaires nut up in the escorting bitches? And I'm not saying necessarily that she is an escort, but I'm just saying. So this, it says new favorite color. So this is the 138 brand, and they're another model. Let's see who this bitch is. Okay, so this is the one that we had already looked at. Oh, never mind. That's a photographer. So yeah, I mean, they got the hose for sure. Oh yeah, and they got Tyga, who's linked to it, which we all know Tyga has OnlyFans, which he is the plug on whores. Tyga's definitely the plug on whores. So I mean, I wouldn't put it past him to, you know, kind of do the same thing that Nahas was accused of doing, just middleman in the hose.
Services to the wealthy. A 2017 Crazy Days and Nights blind item says, last year she was affiliated with a high-price escort service run by a sleazy paparazzi agent who uses bottled water ads as a catalog of available girls. The so-called Fashion Water is a front company who lists this always broke rapper as a spokesman for the co-owner. A real co-owner is this momager herself. Most, if not all, of the models posing in these water company ads are available for a price, including this sister of this ex-Disney actress turned escort. Taking a look at 138's Instagram page, all you see are posts of women in bikinis.
And that is true, nigga. All they have are like hoes, which it is what it is. There's one picture of a child, which I have no clue why they posted a picture of a child with their billboard in the back. I particularly find that distasteful. But it's weird. It's a lot of weird stuff going on here, and when you start looking into some of these people's Instagrams, and there are a lot of whores, man, a lot of whores, which, like I said, I'm not against the whores. I just don't understand, like, why post a picture of a child near this pornographic imagery? Just keep it a buck. It's damn near softcore porn. And you have this young girl who's like tongue out, like dancing. Look, man, leave the adults to adult things. The kids, leave them out of it. So somebody says, take this down. And then a woman says, right, so inappropriate considering their content and what they're known for. Yikes. Yeah. So, I mean, just going through their page, this is 93 weeks ago. What relevance does this have to what relevance does this have to water? I'm trying to figure out. So okay, so let's look at some of the hashtags that they use. Some of these hashtags could be clues. All right, I'm just waiting for these hashtag pages to load. I mean, nothing that really stands out as far as the hashtags go. VIF, let's see what that is. Or did they mean VIP? No, because the P is way far from the F. It's very interesting. I don't have time to dig too deep, but it says drink water, not sugar. So here's the water, and one of their posts is pretty nude woman. Okay, so they're pouring water down a woman's drawers, which I find this highly inappropriate. Especially if they're gonna post kids on this shit. Like, why the fuck? Why are you posting kids when you're pouring water down a woman's fucking bathing suit? And remember her from her 138 water billboard? I don't know who this woman is. I guess that's her mama. They keep posting, the girl. So look, man, I find it inappropriate, honestly. I really do. Like, you've got women who are covering up their breasts and doing a lot of extra shit, damn near butt naked, showing ass, showing titties, and then you're just gonna like add a kid. I mean, it just reminds me of the Instagram models who like post videos or pictures of their kid, and then on the next post they're like, hey, subscribe to my fucking OnlyFans. Like, what the fuck, bitch?
with descriptions that seemingly advertise the women more than the products they're selling. Excerpts from one of their descriptions include, "Join us in celebrating the unstoppable energy and incredible vibe of the one and only Nina Svent, Miss European Universe. Nina is a force to be reckoned with. Brace yourselves for a visual feast that will leave you craving for more.
Wow.
Get ready to be inspired, motivated, and blown away. Brace yourself because Nina is about to take you on a journey to new heights."
Woo!
People have theorized that the broke rapper mentioned in the blind item is Tyga, and the
And I'm not gonna lie, these women, or that post that they're exposing on this documentary, was indeed taken down. Most likely along with others advertising other women were taken down. So if 138 Water wasn't, I mean, if that wasn't real, then why the fuck y'all take the post down? But I mean, it's damage control. I get it.
momager is none other than Kris Jenner.
If you are trying to have a fast track to success, if it's not happening for you, modeling, acting, entertainment industry, whatever that looks like, yachting will always promise you connection. It will promise that you will meet high up people who are the decision makers for signing movie deals, signing modeling contracts. It might not always be true, but they are going to promise you that you're going to meet some big names.
In a pretty famous blind item hosted by Crazy Days and Crazy Nights, a struggling actress, whom people have speculated to be Vanessa Lenges, details their experience yachting and highlights some of the darker elements while also giving context as to why a seemingly successful person would consider yachting. The blind item says, "I'm an actress, a generally out of work actress. If not for voiceover work, things would be bleak right now. I had high hopes for this past year, but the show I was starring on got cancelled. It happens a lot. I was on a hit network show for a few years, just a reoccurring role. It was on that show that I started talking to another actress. People have guessed this other actress to be either Naya Rivera or Heather Morris from Glee." She continues, "While we waited for a scene to be set up, we would talk a lot. Hours of free time gives you a lot of time to discuss things. It was not that long ago that I was working every week in a pretty good show and making quite a lot of money. Then the star of the show got tired of acting, and just like that, the show ended, and I was scrambling. I told her this story, and she said I should think about heading to Europe for the summer. She had done it before. The more she talked about it, the better it sounded. Each week, you never know if your job will be lost. Will the show be canceled? Will the audience hate your character and you get fired? Will you ever get another job if you do get fired?" The actress I was talking to made it sound super easy, and that she only had sex a few times with the guys while yachting, and that it was mostly partying and being arm candy. I asked her what I needed to do, and she said that she would introduce me to the person who can make it happen. She made a call, and that night we went and had drinks with a woman who gets a fee for sending people to model. That's what she called it. She had some fake British accent, which sometimes turned into a fake French accent. You're there to look pretty. A yacht is elegant, and so are you. Owners of yachts like to have parties, and needed to fill those parties with models. Again and again, the word model. Anyway, I was already in. I knew what to expect, and I knew I needed the money. I was treating this like an acting job. I would play the model part to a T. People know my face, people know my work. My fee at the time was $25,000 per episode, and each episode took a week to film. So I wanted $25,000
Damn.
upfront. 2 days after
25K up front is crazy for some pussy, bruh. Damn, 25K for some pussy, man. Y'all are down bad.
After meeting the woman, the money was in my account. On my flight to Paris, I didn't notice any other women who looked like they were models. But when I got to Paris, that all changed. The models are all in the tiniest of bikinis. Most are topless. There was a lot more groping and staring. You would be in the water, and some guy would grab you and touch you. They wanted to shower with you when you got out of the water. They wanted to rub oil on you and have you rub it on them. If they saw some poor model passed out, they would film her and grope her. For the most part, it was a 3-hour sexual assault recorded. I hated it. A couple who were favorites of the people running the tour would stay with those guys in the yacht. The rest of us were 6 to a room in a hotel. By my last
Damn, they had them bitches 6 to a room in a hotel. God damn. And all them bitches fighting over the same 25 bands. Oh, I'm dead. Yeah, whoever make the billionaire nut first is the one getting the bread. I mean, this is just ridiculous.
Last night there, half of the women were gone. Some had just quit, some had ended up with a guy they liked, and at least one person from my week overdosed. In 2021, Vice...
Damn, and them hoes overdosing. And we'll break down the drug, sex, and death on billionaire mega yachts video on the next live stream. I might do another one tomorrow.
Conducted an interview with a former super yacht deckhand who described their time on board as the coolest job in the world on the surface, while in reality, it meant cleaning up after sex parties, orgies, drug binges, and slaughtering animals on board so the food is as fresh as it can be. They also detail a fatality that happened where an anchor chain came loose and cut a leg off of an officer, leading to him bleeding out and dying on the boat.
God damn. So, a lot going on with the yachting shit. We learned a lot here. Guys, the moral of the story is pussy don't cost that much. That's the moral of the story. Pussy don't cost that much. So anyways, you already know what it is, man. It's your boy Reclaim Your Throne. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Same relationship questions, email down below, the screenshot of your cash app so I know you pay on time, man. Y'all the DB your number, forget it with the BS. You already know. Reclaim Your Throne.
Want to become an elite level athlete? Well, look no further. The Reclaim Your Throne Elite D1 training course is all you need to take your performance from subpar to the creme de la creme of athletes all around the world. The purpose of this course is to give you a comprehensive weight training, speed, flexibility, recovery, and endurance program that is meant to prepare young athletes for collegiate and professional sports. This course is packed with over 2 hours of creative, action-packed lifts narrated and coached by yours truly to assure increased strength, speed, flexibility, recovery, and endurance. Hey, I get it. Training alone can be tough and can even make you feel misguided or somewhat unmotivated. But with this course, I walk you step by step through each and every lift to make sure you're using the proper form to prevent injuries and that you're hitting the correct muscle groups to render maximum results. So what are you waiting for? It's now or never. So go ahead and get the training course today so you too can reclaim your throne.